ExAnime, episode 85. We're back. What's up, Justus?
Hi, welcome.
A-list.
Yes.
You undoing a button?
No, I'm putting a button back on.
Wow, slut.
Gotta look professional.
We're both wearing our polo shirts. Definitely didn't get done with work.
Yeah. We'll be talking about Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2. I'm only talking about Q. And then Spy Family and Skeleton Knight in Another World. Episodes like, what, 5?
I don't even know anymore. It's been so long. Listen, I had a test earlier this week.
6, 7, and 8.
I had my ABO optical test, as a side note, earlier this week, which is why everything's delayed, and we don't remember a lot of stuff that's going on there.
I remember most stuff. I had an epiphany while
You had an
doing work.
epiphany.
Yeah.
Spell epiphany.
A-P... Any?
Oh, epiphany. Raftali's a lolly again in Shield Hero.
Yes.
I think that was the top comment. When I clicked on the episode, it was like, lolly Raftali. I'm like, well, this episode's spoiled.
Yeah, the meme that I saw was, fuck it, re-lolly's your like lolly or some shit.
Okay. Re-lolly's your main.
Yeah.
God, they get sent to that other world. They get sent to another world within the world. So is it an isekai squared? Is that the plot of it?
It's a parallel world.
Oh,
so
yeah. He gets sent to another world.
whatever.
Though. It's an isekai within an isekai on there. And then they meet, like, some fishing hero that's part of the other hero party. Which,
she's
first of all,
also Japanese.
which she's straight up Japanese. And, like, he's like, oh, this is, what does he say? He says, this is Japanese. She's like, yeah, it is. And then Raftali's like, what's Japanese?
Mm-hmm.
And I just love the offhand comment of, like, no, you wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
God.
He also realizes her age and calls her a lolly hag.
Yeah. God. I don't know. It was pretty lame. Shield Hero is pretty fucking lame right now, dude. It's like,
look, I think because we were dealing with the book dude who's kind of cringe. We're still dealing with him, which is why they're even in another world, because he like fled through a portal, then Lark Glass and that one other chick like went through, and they're like, we're following because he has souls.
It's also bullshit because it's like, we're going to glitch through this wall. It's like, we're going to force ourselves through it by like pushing
just
stuff.
like a video game.
I'm like,
literally,
it was literally like the whole thing of like, okay,
I mean,
they could just get crushed to death. I mean, that could have been an option too.
yeah, it
Which is
could
fucking
have.
dumb.
but-
That girl had been in there for years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many years was it?
Didn't she stop counting after like 8 or something or 4?
Yeah,
it was a long many.
Yeah,
many
she's been in
years.
that for, I thought it was only like 3 or something like that on there.
Oh,
I don't remember.
She
She's been
stopped
in there
counting
for a while.
after a couple years.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, imagine like, we got to get our friend back. Who cares? We can't find him anymore. It's like, you're just going to stop looking for your fishing friend, which also she's pretty fucking lame. Like, I got a fishing pole that I'm just really good at, like, listen, I've seen Dream play Minecraft and just like use the fishing pole for whatever. That's basically what she's done. She's
Yeah,
like,
but she can't like hurt people with it.
Oh, she
The-
could
the
definitely hurt
blade-
people with.
Well, the blade portion physically can't cut humans, so you have to be kind of creative with it.
Just fucking like snap their neck with it. Just like fucking hit them with like the butt of it, like fucking pass out on there.
But
Also, I find it complete. Listen, the whole like now for me basically resetting because Raftali is a lolly again when they go back through the world.
she's level 1.
They're all level 1,
Mm-hmm.
and then now for me is like cool. I got to be a wandering trader. You guys like that shit in season 1, right? Let's do it again in season 2 because we don't know what the fuck is going on. And then they're selling like the potions, the like healing potions for spirits.
Yeah.
Because they point out spirits can only heal like naturally, and then he comes up with a thing for it, and then he like corners the fucking market like, let's start the bidding. Oh, she tripped and broke the rest of them. Do I hear it's like 30 gold or whatever just to get this potion? I'm like, this dude's a fucking asshole. Now for me, he's a fucking. He needs the money, but it's like, come on,
you gotta
dude.
do what
like,
you gotta do. You need money fast. The man's good at selling shit.
He's good at fucking swindling people. That's what he is.
It's not his world. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true. Fuck these people. It's a fucking video game at this point.
I will say, once we got past the turtle stuff, it did feel a little bit more like return to form for the show. Like the trajectory.
Hey, stop.
Has
Sorry, the cats are in the room because they can't be trusted alone after last time.
has gotten like a little bit better, I feel, over like the 2 kind of episodes with them being kind of reset essentially.
Also, what's the whole? So I'm very confused as to why everyone else can go through the Dragon Hourglass teleporter. They basically go to like the capitals and it gets an hourglass to teleport, but Raftalia couldn't.
It's basically the book dude, and I don't know his name, and I don't see it here on this list.
Cringe.
Kyo.
His name's Cringe.
Kyo.
Cringe.
He basically like booby trapped it. Essentially,
But she's
it
got
was
no
set
boobies.
for her to like disable.
She has no boobies anymore.
Shut up. Like,
Also, where the fuck is Philo? Are we supposed to see Philo again at some point?
so it's interesting.
Because Philo's
the-
just gone.
yeah. The subreddit was very much like up in arms on that episode discussion on r/anime was up in arms with that. They're like, they changed the source material. Philo was supposed to be with like now Fumi, and Raftalia was supposed to be with Lark and Glass.
Oh, so they completely just changed that part of it.
Yes.
Oh, why the fuck would they?
But at the end with the bait and switch, they were like, all right, well, you got us a little bit more like invested with the Raftalia because Philo just kind of didn't
It's just kind of
do
there.
much apparently in there. And you do see like, I don't know, it's one of those like, all right, well, that was like a good kind of bait and switch that it's so fucking funny. What is that?
What?
Oh, there's like popping.
I don't know what it is.
I have no idea.
Maybe it's them playing on one of the cables. I don't know. Oh, sorry. We'll keep going in there.
Yeah, sorry. There was just random like popping in my ear.
You getting old?
Hold on to that. No, it's like from the headphones.
You see sparks in your eyes?
No, but
I don't know. The thing is, I hate how weak Naofumi feels after last season ending like, rage, shield, blood, sacrifice, whatever. Is it that?
You heard it this time, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, whatever. We'll just keep going with it.
You didn't mute those this time. Which might be
Boom.
why.
Maybe that's it. I don't know. No, but the thing is, you get
now I
Naofumi,
can't
which is
hear it.
super strong. You know what I mean? Like, he's supposed to be one of the strongest guys. He's supposed to be one of the strongest guys out there, right? And yet, he's like, I know now he's level 1, but even before that, it's like, I can't do that much. It's like, don't you have a shield prison? Aw, he's got a kitty cat.
Shh. Don't bring it up.
Don't bring it up. You're playing with a cat on camera in the middle of a recording. How am I not supposed to bring it up?
Because we have audio onlys.
Oh, that's true. Hey, maybe you should guys watch the video portion. What if we just do a video only? No audio, just video only. Come here, cutie. Sorry. That was basically about it for Shield Hero. Not too much happened on there. It's cool to see that like Naofumi and like Raftalia are like a family again.
Yeah.
Kind of like spy family. Oh.
Anya punched the shit out of a boy.
Dude, oh my god, the fuck, did you see the memes going around of it? Like, there was a Smash Bros meme, it's just Anya, and it's like, Falcon Punch. She is also very good at trying to get out of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh,
He stepped on her foot,
and then I punched her. I mean, to be fair, that did happen on there. No, what she said is like, he ran into my fist. It's like, it's like, yeah, he ran into your fist, all right. No, because this episode, Anya's actually in the school, and then Lloyd got Anya into the class with him to try and be friends, and it's not exactly working out on there because punches him on the first day, and it turns out she's in the class with every like prestigious student that's like has connections to the guy, so she can be friends with whoever, and then. The better part is after the whole Anya, like she has disagreements with other people in class because she's friends with Becky Blackbell. Thank God these are the most like English fucking names they can think of on here. But the whole thing of like, you see, there was a whole meme going around of like everyone's perspective of Anya, the derpy face. First, Desmond's perspective of Anya, and it's always like the cute eye, like super cute. You know, he's got feelings for her. It's like, let's fucking go, boy. This is your in. This is your fucking in. Simba. Dude, did you should have seen it from my perspective?
Look, Anya at one point does the like hit face that was memes even before from the manga panel, and I didn't expect them to keep that face for like 2 minutes, and especially because at some point when you do like the perspective shift and you expect once they go to the wide where the face doesn't like still exist, and she's like starts walking with the face, and it's like what the
fuck
you
is going on
can't
with the space?
but, like bust out laughing because it's done very well. It's the fucking smuggest face. But and at one point I think I was in Discord when I was watching it, and I just couldn't like stop laughing. It's so good, so good. The brother is also like crazy.
Oh yeah, yours brother Yuri.
Yeah.
Apparently, so the thing is, you get a little bit of background, and it's like, oh yeah,
Also,
Yor
is crazy.
Yor as a child was just murdering people and coming home, and her brother, when it comes to his sister, is just an idiot. Like Damon said, like he's just an idiot when it comes to it. Like doesn't matter what she says, he'll believe him. Like when she shows up, when Yuri shows up to meet Lloyd and Yor, he's like, why didn't you tell me you were married? Because you find out that Yuri is with the secret police of the state, and he tortures people. Like at one point, he's shoving a guy's face in the ashtray to try and like drown him in a way. No. Sorry, there's a cat on the screen. But first of all, he pushes a guy's face in an ashtray, right? And the guy's acting like he's fucking drowning. Like it's a fucking ashtray. And but they come, so he comes to visit them, right? Brings like fucking 500 roses. He's like, so why didn't you tell me? And Yor's like, I got this. You know, he'll believe me. I know what to say. And Lloyd's like, I don't know what excuse you can think of. I forgot. He's like, oh, makes sense. It's like, what the fuck? Like, you can't be that fucking retarded.
Moo made the shit out of it. I forgot. Sorry, Hollow Eye reference.
Fucking Hollow Eye, fucking weeb.
Yes, for the anime podcast. I shall accept that.
You didn't have to quote like fucking Hollow Eye. Like, oh, I forgot. But then he asked them to like make out at one point, and he's like, prove you love each other. Kiss. And I'm like, because they're all drunk. Apparently the entire family is just lightweight drunks on there. And of course Lloyd knows he's with the secret police because he's like, these are
deducts it pretty quickly where
these
it's like
secret.
Yeah. The biggest thing is they were talking about wine, and the guy was technically lying. Like there's variations to the story of like the secret police used this X thing, which used to be correct, but the
price is now
X shop is now ran by the son, and the price has increased.
Like Lloyd knows everything about this shop, and it's like, Jesus Christ, I guess that is why he's the best spy that I can think of. Anya already on the first day got what, 2 lightning bolt strikes?
1, right?
Oh no, it was gonna be 3. Then they deducted it down to 1.
Yeah.
The Henry Henderson is like the main dude that was like elegance. And is luckily looking out for Anya. It's like, but there's only so much this dude can fucking do for him. It's like, I'm excited to see what happens between Desmond and Anya. They're still adorable together.
I want to see more of the brother, which,
Yuri?
Yes. Quick aside, the flashback of your being basically like 13-ish and coming home covered in blood.
Yeah.
There's an unfortunate edit for that, because China likes to censor things.
Okay, so that was fake again.
That's not fake. That was totally not fake.
The whiteout one was fake.
No. Where did you see it was fake?
What? Anime News Network.
They said it was fake?
Anime News Network and President of Anime said it was fake.
I saw the back-to-back video play of it.
There was like, it was censored and something else like that, but I don't think China did that censor of it.
Yeah, it was supposed to be because China censors like 90% of that because they do the like blood and gore shit. They're no go
because
for that.
Anime News Network initially covered it saying it was real. Then they came out like 2 days later and was like, oh yeah, this is fake. And I was like, oh. I mean, to be fair, I want to put it past China to censor literally everything. But you're talking about how she's covered in white and it's just like, oh, nah, it just looks like. Jesus, I burped there. Don't worry, brother. I came home from work. It's like, I don't know if being covered in blood is worse than being covered in white stuff. But,
yeah,
she's a good sister on there. She's the best sister. Also, hang on. Let me see if I can pull this up here. So the person that voices Desmond on there, where was it? Jeez, why can't I find it? It was somebody that like surprised me, voiced something else in this. Whatever, I can't find it anymore. Oh, do you want to talk about your other show?
Q, the best show of this
There's
season.
Q, Quiet Girls, Boom, there's your transition.
It's the best show of the season.
There's no way you can look at Q and say it's the best show of the season.
Hey, what's the current rating of Shield Hero?
What? It's like 6.81. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's getting close to Q. So
what?
Huh? Q is at like 6.5.
That's pretty bad. Best show of the season's got a 6.5 on there. What does Skeleton Knight have, huh? Oh, look at that. 7.28. Let's fucking go, dude.
Yeah, it also has 120,000 more people that have watched it.
But the rating is better.
Yeah, well, they're all fucking losers who
if there's
just
a
wanna
show
watch
that
Overworld.
has more people that have watched it and they gave it a worse rating, wouldn't that just be worse? It's just worse all around percentage-wise. Go ahead and talk about Q. That's not my forte because I don't like watching lollies all day sing and like go into sketchy alleyways and meet sketchy people inside sketchy buildings.
All right, well, let me talk about it then. Shut up. The biggest thing between the 3 episodes was a expansion again on the idol groups. They added a second one and then they're like, all right, 2 more. So now there's going to be 4 idol groups because they secured funding for it, which was kind of cool. They have taken a hiatus on the actual like anime voice acting side of stuff, which
wait, is the season done or they're the voice?
No, there's 4. There are 4 episodes left.
No, I mean in the actual anime.
No,
like the show's done, or they're just stopping production for a while.
No, sorry, I misspoke. We've been kind of done seeing the anime side of the voice acting for the last couple of episodes. Maybe they'll kind of make that more of a focus, but the last 4 or 5 episodes have kind of tried to focus on the actual girls doing other stuff other than voice acting, which is why it like feels like it was kind of done, where we've spent a little bit, about half the episodes were through the voice acting side of stuff. So I don't know if they'll continue that. They just haven't touched on it anymore. It's all like side conversation stuff now. That's kind of what
wasn't the point of like the voice acting thing they were doing just what they're doing right now for this actual show? Like the real life actresses voice acting the first time.
Yeah. But I mean, they're also.
Was it
doing
actually interesting, or was it like you only saw a few frames though of the actual anime they were working on, right?
No, I mean at one point for the end of episode 12, you literally saw the opening scene of like the completed anime within the show that they were working on, which was kind of cool. And every so often you see like some of the sketch stuff and all of that. But the big kind of focus for one of the episodes was the, conveniently 4 girls who do the podcast. One of them got accepted to go overseas for piano.
Didn't that happen last time?
No.
Or was that? I thought something else like that happened last time.
No, there was something else.
Or was there a hint at it?
I think it was kind of like.
Oh, was it? Wasn't one of them like the game girls, the Hololive girls like accepted to do something?
Well, they accepted to like do the game stuff.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of on there. So she's going overseas just to play the piano, or like play the piano and sing.
Just play the piano. So it's supposed to be like in Italy, and it's she has to take a leave of absence, and it's like, well, those are the same girls, by the way, that do the game that do the podcast. So same group of 4.
So they do the game, the podcast.
Yeah.
Were they the ones that did the live performance too?
No.
Oh, that was a different set.
Yeah, different set. There's 16 girls. It gets a little hard to keep track of if you aren't watching the show.
Can you name all 16?
No. Yeah, I can name you almost every Hololive member though.
Oh yeah, all like 400 of them.
There's 52.
Oh, Jesus Christ! It's even more sad that you know that.
There's more if you want to count Holostars. and you could also count the staff and the management, like H-on, J-Chad, and I'll stop there.
This is a fucking always gone down.
It's been 2 years of watching that. Of course, like I'm gonna be way more familiar with like all of those. But
I can name 50 coworkers.
They kind of have that trope where it's one overhears a little bit of the conversation when like walking by, and like, oh, she's like leaving. It's because typically with the scholarship and overseas program, it's a year, and of course at the very end it's like, oh, it's just for a month stint, and it's like
A month?
Yeah.
So she's gonna. Well, I guess think about it this way. So she's going from Japan to what? Italy? I don't think that's too far.
I mean, it's still like a 12-hour flight.
Yeah, but think about how far a flight is to like Florida.
Yeah.
I guess like when it comes to like Japan and like, I don't know, Europe, it's not too far versus like going from like US. I mean, you're still like, I don't know. To me, it just doesn't seem like that big of a difference going from like Japan to like, I guess someplace in Europe on there.
I mean, for the most part, you can basically fly anywhere on the world in under 24 hours. So it's...
Tell that to Millie you heard.
Well, that was a different time. So yeah, it was kind of interesting. At one point, you do get a song piano sequence from that girl. It was very good. And it was the highlight of the episodes. I don't know if that specific voice actress does play piano, but it was very enjoyable. At the end, because it's like in the middle of them doing their podcast, like the other 3 girls are crying, and then that's where it's like, it's only for a month. Like, you don't have to be like super worried. You're looking at me like,
this list? Oh shit, the ad. Is she on this list? Is she one of these main girls?
No.
I feel like this list hasn't changed at all. Like who really is the main
more
girl?
Characters.
Is this
Top right?
Oh, more characters. There's so many fucking characters in this show. When Justin's like, yeah, there's one doing this. There's one that rides a helicopter. There's one that like, where do you find these fucking girls? Like, hey, we need some like talent. Like this girl has a bald bodyguard that runs an Apache attack helicopter. Like, oh, here's this one girl that like can like I don't know, murder people.
The one that was going overseas, if you scroll down, it's Miharu. Miharu. That one.
Basic.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh shit, this girl's done a couple things.
Yeah.
A couple dog shit things. Sorry, you keep talking. I want to see if she can actually play piano.
I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me. But it was pretty good. And even at the end of that episode, they like do the podcast without her, or so you think, because she fucking basically like Skype calls in, and it's like, I could still be here. It's cool. And it's like,
apparently
yeah,
she can play piano.
Of course.
So I wonder if she actually played piano. I mean, she's probably not. There's probably like a real accompanist that actually did that shit.
Who knows? It all
studio.
Depends. But yeah, it was kind of cool. It was one of those moments where it's like, all right, it's a cool song sequence that you weren't expecting.
Did you cry?
Huh?
Did you cry?
No.
Oh.
One of the episodes, you get the real like cringy I forget the term for it. Chunibyo, like girl. The like oh, demons, I'm the Dark Lord kind of like.
Oh, so like that one girl from like Comey?
Yeah. And like, look, Chunibyo Love Delusions and whatever the fuck that title is. It's the one from Kyoto Animation.
Yeah.
You have one of those characters in here, and her name is Ray. I don't even know what the fuck you're on right now.
Oh, I'm on. I already closed it
But
on there. I'm on the fucking Skeletonite.
yeah, they her and the
Wait,
other.
so is she part of the 16 girls?
Yeah.
Okay.
She and the 3 people that she's been kind of aligned with, they're the ones that have occasionally done like the plays that I was talking about. Like they did like The Wizard of Oz and shit like that.
What?
Yeah, it's whatever.
We didn't talk about the Wizard of Oz ever.
Well,
They reenacted the Wizard of Oz in the anime.
no, not in the anime. It's
Or was it
kind
a
of like
flashback sequence like the high
Yeah.
school thing? Oh, okay.
but they are one of the other new groups that are going to be idols, and each one is kind of supposed to have a leader, and they're like, well, it's you'll be it because you're a bit more outspoken than anyone else, and she gets way too into her own head about it, and at the very end, she gets like suckered into doing another play, and then she convinces like half the girls to all participate instead of just the 4, where it's like, we need someone who can help narrate, we need to be able to make a new set and all of that stuff, and kind of gets a bit more confidence back, where it's like, there's a reason why you're the leader. It's cringe, but it's still enjoyable.
That just
Yeah.
sounds super cringe on there. Just
But yeah,
you're
but,
the
like-
leader, cute girl anime
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, of course, like, I'm not going to explain it very well. Like, if I explained a scene during, like, Angel Beats where it's super emotional, but the girl who basically spent her entire life as a cripple and the baseball dude, like, if I explain it where it's like, well, she's about to disappear, and then he shows up and says that he'll marry her, and you get this flashback, and it's like, oh, that sounds kind of cringe. But when you're watching the show, you're like, that's so adorable.
That doesn't
like-
sound as cringe as we can do this together, guys, if we work together.
I mean, it's same premise.
That is not the same
Yeah,
premise.
whatever.
He's in love with her. There's love there.
Oh,
This girl's
there's love
doing
there.
it for the fame.
No,
Angel
they
Beats is
were
sad.
doing it for the kids.
Wait, what?
What? I mean, it was a play for children.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Angel Beats for
No.
What the fuck do you mean, like, for the kids? They are kids.
No, some of the kids in Angel Beats got fucking murdered. Spoilers.
For what, a 20-year-old show?
It's like 12. It's
Well,
whatever.
is it really only that old?
Yeah, it's not that old.
God.
But Skeletonite,
I didn't do it right. So you know what else is cringe? The girl that does the animal voice for Ponta. Boom. Skeletonite.
wow, lame.
Yo, Skeletonite's getting so fucking good right now. Like, I love...
Matt only likes it because there's big titted elf girl.
Listen, I'm not saying that's a downside. That's a low blow. Fuck you. Listen.
And then you get introduced to the equally big titted hot mom.
I'm not saying that's a downside. I think the first thing I said was, oh, God, were you in Discord when I said that?
No.
I'm literally sitting there, and it's like, Mom. And it's like, oh, her mom. And it's like, damn, she got some titties. Also, her mom's looking pretty good for being like, what, 70 or something like that? Or 170 or something like that?
No. It's 300 and
I
something.
don't know.
It's like many hundreds of years ago.
It's kind of cool to see Ark being like, people accept me. It's like, don't worry, Ark, you're here with like family. And I'm like, okay, where the fuck is Dom in the background? Second of all, he's like, so what, I can eat this food with people. Now, I was watching the living room, and Calvin and I both had a question. Where does that food go? Because obviously, Ponta,
Mhm.
Ponta, whatever the fuck
Ponta.
thing, Ponta, sleeps in his like chest cavity during the night, which was shown.
It's magic.
Second of all, it's like, so does he actually have a throat? Because at one point he goes to swallow something, and his like spine goes like he's gulping. I'm like, what the fuck? Your spine's not supposed to do that shit when you're eating.
I
fucking
think the
bullshit is
easiest
this?
way to explain it, because at one point, like, the whole curse thing that he's been basically
did
made up Like he's
But
like,
it is
I
true.
wonder, uncurse,
Curse
and then he has a real hand.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's like the mixture of that, where like technically like there's a body there somewhere, kind of thing.
Now he's like, oh shit, this fake curse might be a real thing that can be lifted.
Yeah. By the way, I'm just gonna point out
What?
the voice actress that does voice Panta is from Q and is one of the core girls.
We talked about this last time too.
And
We're
it-
like, holy
yeah.
shit, she plays a. Listen,
It's so good.
what are your main talents? I play this girl on this other show. What's your other voice acting? Making squirrel noises.
Yeah, I mean, she's also in Love After World Domination, so like, can't hate.
Yeah, but imagine like on her application, because she's only done like what, 4 things, if I remember correctly.
No, this one's done a lot. She's
Oh,
done
okay.
like Gundam Build Divers and
So
other
she
shit as
hasn't
well.
done much on there.
Warlords of Sigurd.
She hasn't done much.
Let's not talk about that one.
Oh, one that also he does get interrogated by Ninja Girl, Shiomi, and I love his story of like, I knew someone that was kind of like this. This has been a secret tradition held in our village and never escaped. Hey, let's go to this other thing we were talking about magically.
Yeah, it's just kind of one of those like similar to Shield Hero where they're like, oh well, other people have also like been summoned or like reincarnated or anything else like that. In his case, it seemed like a one-off thing, but now it's like, oh, other people have just randomly like appeared that were Japanese. Because the big thing with the ninja dude, he basically copied like the ranks of being the top like 6 ninja of the like Japanese history and shit like that.
Well, it's because he's in a video game. They just copy pasted from the video game. Like, oh, they just named him after this. I wonder if I asked.
Well, the world is diverging from the game that he's played.
Yeah,
Like,
but the words match up to like what they had in their world.
no, sorry. The thing that I'm talking about is the Japanese dude that created the ninja like academy. He's named them not from the game itself, but like actual ninjas that have existed in Japan.
No, I thought they meant like, yeah, there's that, but I thought it was purposely named like the game entered that in.
No, that was the Japanese dude from like 600 years ago that had done that.
Oh.
That's the way they said it.
Oh, I'll have to go back and see it again. I don't know. I'm remembering a different way on there. They do free a whole bunch of people that were like in prison. They're still going after freeing elves, doing the God's work. The cool thing was to see Ark interact with the people he had saved before, because everyone in the village was staring. And it's like, Mr. Knight, you're back. And he's like, hey, kiddos, how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You're all healed up, I see. I don't know. Not a whole lot happened these episodes on there. Minus, they do run into those wolves, and they still have like that ring on its leg.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting more and more info on like random monsters have this, so it has to be someone strong because you just can't throw it on these monsters and expect it to work on there.
Yeah, it's basically that fucking shit ass son of the king from that other country.
Yeah.
Where he's like behind all of it. And he murders it or gets his sister.
He tries to murder his sister. Listen,
no,
do.
You succeeded, but unfortunately there's a dude who can revive people
I
conveniently.
love the whole thought process of like, no one's looking, right? Resurrect. No one's looking. Resurrect. He saves most of the people.
Well, yeah,
like a couple
they do the morbid thing too, where it's like, this one's too fucked up.
Yeah, he's like, this body's too destroyed. Next.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, they're like, I thought we were dead. And she's like, my angel. I'm like, oh, God, this is going to diverge into some weird thing. Also, it's like, you better go into hiding. That dude's definitely going to get fucking murdered. That dude's fucking dead.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that prince is going to go and not be murdered on there.
Yeah.
Because she has proof that it was him. So maybe she's going to hire Ark to go do that. Because Ark's in the middle of a quest, but they're like, oh, sorry, I'm in a quest. Then
he's doing like 2 quests right now.
Yeah, because like Ninja Girl's like, can I hire you? And then Elf Girl's like, I guess we can investigate. Ark's like, money time.
Yeah, well, look, they've got a kinship going on. They're both like have very similar backgrounds.
Yo, did you see one of the comments on Crunchyroll when he did the undead on his arm thing?
No.
Or uncursed?
Is it totally like a jerk off thing?
Yeah, there was like that, but they're like, yo, There was someone wrote like Ark's fine. Oh, I can't bone elf girl. I'm just a skeleton. Ark finds out he can like break his curse. Also, Ark like, guess we're boning tonight, boys.
I think the thing that was kind of funny to me is we have the princess get murdered. He revives her. Everything else, fucking, he comes back because he's left the elf girl to tail some of the wolves that died to make a veil for her sister. That's a whole side thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, where'd you grown off to? And he's like, nothing. And it's like, he knows that it was a princess that he saved because he like
Listen,
lingered around enough to be called a stalker.
Can a man
like,
just do good things?
wait,
He saved someone from getting raped in the first episode.
yeah, but you know as well as I do, the fact that he hasn't brought this up is totally going to bite him in the ass later when they eventually run into him.
Yeah, but he's an idiot on there.
Yes, he is an idiot. Also, that man was soaking in a tub and then he almost got his ass fucking
yeah.
because elf girl doesn't know how to knock.
No, she was just like, I'm gonna walk in, brr, 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 brr. And Ark's over there like playing.
Convenient long hair is at it again, boys.
Fucking, that was another comment like, yo, scissors, where you at?
One note, the only thing that I always get
She
when
definitely wants to bone him. I get it, bone him because he's.
one note, the only thing I ever get when scenes like those happen where it's super, no, it's like super convenient where it's like, her areolas are tiny because like that's not a lot of hair.
Out of everything you could be thinking of, Justus.
I mean, realistically, you would have a little like, not all titties are
there
made
are
the
children present, Justus. How could you?
same. Yeah, their mother's dead. It doesn't matter.
God, I just now thought if I name him Ed and Winry and Ed's their mom.
Hey, both their parents are murdered.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Ha
Oh, it just worked. God damn it. I fucking hate you so much. Hey,
Also, you named a brother and sister after two people who totally like get together and bone. So,
okay, Edward and fucking Envy.
oh, now you're like switching things up, are we?
Yo, cause named him Roy and the Riza.
You've already been calling them like Ed and
They
Winry.
don't fucking respond to that shit. You know what they respond to? They respond to, they're like, yo, what's up? You want a kiss, dog? Like, they'll fucking walk up.
Yeah.
Also, there is some big news, Justice.
What's that?
Konosuba Season 3 and Megumin spinoff series.
Yes. There's 5 statues here.
Not saying who best girl is, but.
Oh, you only grab one of 5?
Well, I mean, the other ones are too inconvenient to get to.
Oh, yeah.
And the rest I don't want to show on camera.
This motherfucker. But, I mean, for the most part, that's basically it.
Oh, there's some other anime news. Hang on, pop it up real quick.
That's all we were.
There was more the news on there because I actually got the bot to work that pull up anime news.
Yeah.
Do we want to even talk about the high quality like hentai coming out? Like people were comparing it to fucking Jujutsu Kaisen, which first of all, I see kind of why because the lighting's kind of similar. It's similar to like the opening theme on there, but it's definitely not the same as like Jujutsu Kaisen.
I haven't seen.
So
any.
Chainsaw Man, Dragon Ball Super, and Shadow House Season 2 got announcement days confirmed.
Mhm.
Shadow House, I'm kind of sad we never watched that one, but it didn't look, it was super hit or miss with some of that stuff.
Yeah.
My Hero Academia, both OVAs will come out June 16th through June 19th. And then Tiger and Bunny did get announced they're going to have a Hollywood live action adaptation, which I think might be good because the whole idea of like superheroes with advertisements and plus it's a superhero thing can work out pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was one other thing. I just saw it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find it. Oh, yeah. Danmachi Season 4 got a release date. And there was one other thing. I can't remember what the other thing was on there. But there was one other thing that got announced. But oh, yeah. Star Wars Visions Season 2 was announced for spring of next year. So
they're using more than Japanese studios this time. Like,
oh, really?
a majority of them won't be Japanese studios.
Did you ever watch? I mean, I watched all of Visions, and I thought it was pretty cool.
I watched one episode.
Did you watch the samurai one in like the Village in black and white? Because that's like the first one, I think.
Yeah.
That one was done pretty well, and I was like, it'd be kind of cool to see a full like maybe like 4 or 5 episode thing done of it. But it's like it seems like a lot of work for that.
Yeah, I mean,
especially it was still very well done, but it is kind of sad. There's like that Promare one, like that Promare style. I think it's the same studio. I just can't remember the name of the studio.
Trigger.
Yeah. Actually, no, I don't think it was Trigger. I think it looks like a Trigger anime, but it's not.
Well, Trigger did do 2 Vision episodes.
Maybe it was theirs. Trigger does some super good stuff, but the thing is, you can always tell it's like Trigger because it just has that style to it on there.
Yeah, it's both nice and a downfall of theirs. Like,
yeah, because then it's like trying to get out of that at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all I got. You got anything else, buddy?
High quality hentai is best hentai.
Yeah, I think I released that. Did you see the trailer? There was straight up just nudity in that trailer, and I was not expecting that. I was like, maybe it's like a subtle thing. Dude, that trailer has like over, I think, like 2 million views at this point. It's fucking crazy how many views that thing has.
I have not seen it.
I think we now have a new dawn where we get high quality, story driven hentai justice.
That'd be cool.
There's a very good story to it, I think. I have not read it.
And while we get ready to end this, I'm just gonna start listing off Hololive members: Okayu,